How's it going? My name is Dylan. I'm a solution engineer here at Salesforce. I want to show you in the next couple minutes just how easy it is to make Agentforce agents while never having to leave your coding agent, whether that's Claude Code, Codex, Cursor, Windsurf, Anti-Gravity, whatever you like to use. Let's build some Agentforce agents really quickly. So first place I would start if I'm getting used to this is I would go to Agentforce Labs. And this is our free open website available at labs.agentforce.com that you can just go build an agent. But you don't build an agent somewhere that you're not familiar with. Build it in your IDE like Cursor or VS Code, or even build it in your coding agent like Claude Code. So I'm going to build a customer support agent, and I'm going to run this template here, and it's going to ask me, where do you want to build it? Agentforce vibes? You want to build it in the UI? I'm going to select Claude Code because that's my coding agent of choice. And we're going to see that our agent script file, this is the file that makes up the Agentforce service agent, is actually ready to go. In the background, it's actually pushing over to a sandbox this agent script so that when I go to Claude Code, if I go have it installed and get the skills ready, I can actually start building with this one prompt. It's that easy. Now, what's fueling this behind the scenes, which we'll show you in a moment, is our CLI, our MCP server, and our API that's been industry leading for the past 20 years. So very exciting stuff. But what if you don't want to use Agentforce Labs? You just want to go to your coding agent. Well, let's show you what that would look like. The first thing I would do is I'd actually go to our GitHub, force.com, and install SF skills. Now, these are a community curated collection of folks internally like myself who have contributed to these skills to make it easier for coding agents to understand how to build not just Agentforce agents, but SOQL and Flow and all of the fun stuff on the Salesforce platform. Now, when you go here, you can actually use a quick npx command to get that installed. And once you have it ready, the one that we're going to use in just a moment is the developing Agentforce skill right here. This is going to help us spin up an agent really quickly. So if I go into Claude Code now, and I've already started doing this for the sake of time, I can go tell it, hey, build an Agentforce service agent. It's going to sit on salesforce.com. It's going to be a customer-facing service agent that will help customers who engage with it. And I want you to use two different skills. I'm using our old skill, AI Agentforce, as well as developing Agentforce, the new skill that you will have access to. But I want the coding agent Claude Code to build this service agent, to test it via the command line and deploy it. So by the time it gets deployed, it actually works and isn't just a skeleton. So what it'll do is it'll kind of go through, read the skills. It'll say, hey, which agent user do we want to use? Let's use that one. And how do I want to scope this out? Full scope, lean, minimal. If you've used Claude Code before, this probably looks pretty familiar. So I'm going to have it go run the full scope. And actually what you'll get after about 10 to 15 minutes is this really incredible service agent that you can then use Claude Code to iterate on. Now, again, I said you don't have to go in the Salesforce UI. What if you just want to stay here and start working? Let me show you what that looks like. So in another terminal, I'm going to type in SF Agent Preview. And shout out to Vivek and his whole team who works on the CLI to make this stuff come to life. But I'm actually going to use my own agent that I built for myself for my website. And so it's going to say, hey, I'm Agentforce. What do you want to learn about Dylan? Let's say, how tall is Dylan? And so what you're seeing is a live session with this agent. We have a session ID that we can then do tracing for, and I can actually engage with this agent. I'll say, what's his hobby outside of Salesforce? All the while, I'm building that agent on the left side. And you can see that spec summary is ready. So I'll say, yes, go ahead and go for it. And then I can see I'm chatting with this agent that I built using Claude Code. So the takeaway here should be, I don't ever need to leave the terminal or my coding agent or my IDE to build Agentforce agents. I can do it all from here. I can test, build, deploy, and scale all from within the coding agent of my choice. So wanted to show you that. I'm super excited. We have an amazing CLI and an amazing MCP server and all the tools that you need as a hobbyist developer or builder to start getting those Agentforce agents ready for production. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.